everybody. So, welcome back to the quiz panel. Today, we're talking about, at this point, I'm getting confused because they're calling it season 7, but we're seeing season 6, episode 17, right? Because I'm actually like getting really lost with the way they're naming this or numbering these things. So, how did you guys feel overall about the episode?
I like the fact that Mel is speaking up more instead of trying to basically, um, instead of just playing it so cordial all the time. Like, no, she's gonna start, she's speaking up. She's calling you out on your mess. She's not taking no shit. Like, I really love that. And I love the fact that, the Scots are actually being called out on their mess too and not being able to kind of like hide behind this fake facade that they keep giving. So I really liked this episode specifically just because it actually brought a lot of things to the forefront and kind of made them have to kind of address some things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with Judy on that. I think for me, I just kept thinking how long there have been a lot of different things happening in the background in relation to allegedly the Scots business and how that wasn't really coming through on the show. And so for me, it was good to actually hear Melody talk about that and bring light to that because now it's more on a bigger platform than like it generally being on YouTube and people talking about it in the YouTube streets. Also, the other thing was every time Melody gets activated, I am completely here for it. I'll be honest. Like, I don't like people being upset and whatnot, but the way she reads, we don't get a lot of that. And so when we do get that, it's like, oh, yes, you better read them with a classy read, honey. Like, I love it. So, yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
enjoyed the episode.
So let's get into it. So the scene started off from the whole Melody and Kiki situation. I don't understand why they keep replaying that clip of the whole store thing. I just feel like it's so unnecessary because we all know that it was fake. So why did they just keep playing it? So I love the fact that Mel actually called out Kiki in this whole Tisha situation. I'm just going to play the clip first, then you guys tell me what you guys think about it.
Issue. After it, I want you to know that you do have support in me if you need that. And you know what? I so appreciate you were the first one to call me about it. Really? Yes. Tisha was the last person to call me out of everybody. You gotta remember, Kiki, y'all still getting back on the same page. Y'all are still literally walking through getting back on the same page. So to expect this super concerned cousin who's, oh my gosh, that would be the see being successful. It's lame, it's whack, it's petty, and they pathetic. And I'll tell them that they pace. About coming by the daycare to see.
In fact, that was
Like
all
the
that needed
shade.
to be
Like,
said.
this is my thing. Now, y'all go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. But even though Seventh Avenue, she just started because she just rebranded, but wasn't Embrace Beauty before Canvas? And even that, the property
Yeah,
preservation.
I think so. The reason why she didn't do Embrace was because of Martell.
Exactly, but
I don't
that's what
think
I'm
she
saying. She had
launched before
embraced
Canvas.
beauty way before Canvas
Yeah.
because Canvas started around quarantine, around COVID time. Now, like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. So that would mean that Mel was doing this way before that. Mel also had the property preservation way before that, and you know this because she gave y'all free game way back when to even help y'all get started to even be able to stand on the platform you are now. Honestly, everything that y'all have right now and the platform y'all are standing on and the cameras that you're in front of spewing the bullshit, it's because of Mel. Okay? Y'all would not even be able to have what you have if it wasn't for Mel. So put some respect on her name. Like, come on. Like, stop acting like you're just oblivious to what she has done or who she is, and acting like you don't know that she does public speaking engagements and gets paid for it. Because there was episodes where
Campus Beauty
you have
was
mentioned
started
it.
in 2018.
What was?
2018. 2018.
What, Canvas or Embrace?
Canvas, yes. Canvas,
Okay,
canvas.
so Embrace, I believe, started before Canvas. But still, what I'm saying is, Mel was doing and had business way before Credit One, way before Canvas. So why would you act like those would be the only two that's getting paid because you feel like those two are successful? Okay, okay. So it seems like the people who are in court and going to fraud and the lawyer that could possibly help them out whenever they do lose all their money, that's the ones that you want people to talk to. Okay, that's fine.
Do you know what it reminds me of? And this is like a completely different analogy, but you know when you might be like walking on the road and like a guy's like trying to chat you up and he's like, "Oh, yo, babes, you're so beautiful," and he's trying to move to you, and then you say no, and then he starts calling you ugly and even like you anyway. The leg is crooked. That is exactly what
Yeah.
he's trying to do, and it's almost like you basically knew who she was. You tried to bring her on to speak at your event because you thought she was worthy to be able to stand on that stage and speak to people and educate people. But all of a sudden, she does not want to do it. And then now you're like, oh, well, you're now trying to discredit her business acumen. Like, that's insane. And everyone needs to see through that. And I'm glad, like, I can't wait for next week's episode. I need to see Mel shut it down. And I need Mel to come through and hit him with all the receipts, honey. He's doing too much.
Yeah, that definitely me like yeah. Um, like it's
Yeah.
definitely just crazy how, they really try to discredit the people who are doing more than what they are to try to make
Mm,
themselves kind of like be above their own means, which is really really crazy. It's like, how dare you really try to be, you want to be the alpha, but yet you can't even hold your own. At the expo, expo, one, say expo, two, when it came to even the questions about, venture capital, you had no clue. Your wife couldn't even take up and pick up where you were slacking at because neither of you know. It's like, what is really the point in you guys even having this? I mean, it was a great idea, but if you don't know what you're doing, it's like you're trying to lead these people down the wrong path.
yep. And it's
And
like
I'm
you,
sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's just like, they say you can't have everyone pray for you because, they don't not everyone prays the same, you know, and you gotta watch who, you let say certain things. And that's how it is with the Scots. Like, you gotta watch who you take advice from. You can't take advice from everyone because not everyone's going the same direction and not everyone's advice is going to lead you down the path you're really trying to get to.
100%. And sometimes I wonder, is what's happening to Stormi now because she's been hanging around with these folk for too long.
Yeah, because Stormi, like it was said, Stormi is looking to be loved. So she's going to try to hang on to anyone that's going to give her the attention and give her that feeling that she's, somebody. Like, you know, they have it's like that validation she needs. That's why she's hanging on to Tiffany. Her and Tiffany both need that validation. They need somebody that's going to always say they're right or, just make them feel like they're loved. So,
Yeah, honestly,
but
I personally can't wait for to see Mel next week. Claire, Martell, not Martell, Marsau. Also, did you guys notice Martell was not in this episode at all?
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because his ass was trying to
I
hurry up
didn't
and
even
get
listen.
out. Because
I did not. I didn't even miss him at all. Like I just randomly, I was listening to someone else today, and I was like, "Oh, did we see Martell on the show?" I'm like, "Wait, no, Martell wasn't on the show." I
No,
did not miss him. I guess the show can really move on without him. I hope that was a test run for hopefully him leaving the show.
well, we know that he's in, some of the other seasons from the previews that they've showed. So he's in some of the other episodes. But yeah, it definitely, like, it was a great, great episode. And even with him out of it, it's just like, you can definitely see who would be missed and who wouldn't. Like,
Mm.
so you're right. Like, if that was a test run, that is wonderful. Let's try this again. Let's get more of it. I'm here for it. And I'm definitely here for next week because I cannot wait to see Mel, like you said, put Marsau in his place. Like, mm-mm. Like, just, I want it. I'm ready for her to just, like, no. And like, if you got to do Tisha too, hey, ask the questions, whatever the case is. Like, I'm ready for the Scots to really just be shut down and called out on their shit all season. Since this is a new season, which really it's not.
100%. And and for me, what I would hopefully like to see at the reunion is some receipts. I would
Hmm.
like, Melody to bring some information about the lawsuits. That's what I would like personally, because I feel like these people are trying to discredit your business. So really, everything is off at that point. Like, if anyone tries to discredit my business, I am coming for you with no gloves, honey.
Right. Like,
Mhm.
this is what you
On
want to
site.
play, but here, like, you're right. Listen, I don't like certain receipts. I feel like she's going to bring, and we've already seen the lawsuits. Like, it's public knowledge. For her to even bring up the fact that that is an issue, it's just like, oh, okay, so they have this going on. We can look it up and see, and we know it's true. We've seen it. It's been talked about before, this episode aired because it was on social media. And what they're not understanding is a lot of people do look at the social media more than the show now. And, well, some people are getting back to the show, but a lot of people are just like, no, I'd rather listen to the commentary and, watch social media because that's where you get more info. But definitely looking forward to next week. I feel like it's going to be good. Like, I hope we learn more about what's going on with this whole Tiffany Stormi relationship. And, you know, they did show where it was the conversation with Tisha about getting feedback and just her whole demeanor on getting feedback. Of course, they don't want to be told anything was wrong, so I want to see that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that because I just think about it like, who wouldn't want feedback about like something you have done? Like, if I throw an event, whatever, like, I want to know what I've done right and what I did wrong, right? So that I can
Hmm.
improve. But like, as a business person, if you don't want any feedback, then I don't understand how you want to do something differently. And considering they gave the impression they wanted the expo to be something they would continue to do,
Hmm.
but you don't want feedback as to how you can improve it in the next one, that's a madness. It really
Right.
is.
Right.
And that's something that no business person would say. Like, even if you don't like criticism, like, the reality is you want to get the feedback so that you can make improvements. And for someone to sit down and say they don't want to hear it, like, girl, okay, you clearly know
Right.
nothing about business. Nothing at all.
Clearly, from the way that it went, like, you should want all the feedback that you can get, especially
Yep.
if you're already talking about doing another one, or you're saying, oh no, we're not going to do another one. And next time y'all do it and y'all can do this. And you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's like that, instead of you actually wanting to sit and listen to what's going on, like, okay, then walk away. Just get up, keep walking away from situations. Don't listen. Don't take the feedback. Don't take the criticism. Don't learn from your mistake. Just keep on falling and failing and wondering why it's not working.
Yep. A
That's
hundred.
that's just how it is.
100%. I think we've covered everything, to haven't we?
Yeah.
From
I
Sure.
think we have. It is to be continued, and I'm ready to be continued.
Me too. I can't wait for next week. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you for leaving your comments. Thank you for engaging with us. Please subscribe to A Queen's Tea with Gigi Nan. And please subscribe to Reviews and Recaps. And please make sure you subscribe to Talk with Slana as well. She had to drop off. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. And we'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.